So here I just want to quickly do a little separate video and just talking about how to save and load data into the software. So to do that, there's kind of like a lot of little different places you can actually save and load data. So let me just start with the keyword tools, keyword generator. Let's just get a few keywords going on here. So firstly, in this tool here, you can have your keywords. You'll see whenever you see a button that says file, you can assume that you can save data, or save or load data. So for data like save the keywords in here, you can actually open and save a text file. So you can save this, if you like, to a text file that contains those keywords. And if you clear that out, you can now load that back in. Pretty self-explanatory, right? And over here, again, you have all these different saving options. And in each one of these tools, you'll have a file button. And each one of them, you'll have this save to project and load from project. So each one of these tools has its own dedicated project format file. So if I save this to a project file, it's a keyword project file for just Pin Inspector. So if I save that there, so when I go to, if I clear that out, if I go and load, he will only find this type of file. That's the only type of file that you can actually load back into the software that you just saved. So you do have other options. You can save each one of my tools. In here you can save as a comma delimited file or a text file. So if you save as comma delimited file, it will save as CSV. And whenever you want to get to where you are saving files, where you kind of like the last folder you're working in, I wish other software did this. I do this in all my software. When you click File, you'll notice these handy little features at the bottom. You can open last working folder, so it opens up your Windows Explorer, automatically brings you to where you just saved that file. I mean, how handy would that be if that was in all software that existed? Microsoft. Sorry, had to voice my frustration with their software. Anyhow, now we can see where we just saved that file. We can open it up, and now we can open it up in none other than Microsoft. So now we can have all the data here. So in the other tools, I just want to illustrate that as well. So if you go to the pins, you can go ahead and save the data to a project file as pins. And then you can go ahead and just load that file back up just like normal, or you can save it to comma delimited or text file. Now you do also have the option to export these to interactive HTML files. Now I did record another video showing that. I'll just quickly show that again here. But you know, you'll notice that when you do a preview, you have these different options, table and feed, where you can save those table and feed previews as files. So let's go ahead and save it as HTML table report, and let's do the feed as well, and we can go and take a look at them. Sort by last modified there, and these are the two files. And like I keep mentioning in all the other videos and stuff, sorry if I'm repeating myself here, but you can deliver these files as standalone files to your clients, your team, or anyone you want, just like any other file, like a text file, or even like a CSV file. So, you know, kind of what do I mean by that? And I keep saying that. Let's say I created a feed file. So this is a feed report, and I like all of these pins, and I really want to repin these. So what I can do is I can send this file to my team, and then they can go through here, click on it, and go and repin it from my account. So how do you do that? Well, this file, I know it's an HTML file, and people think that that has to be on the internet for people to see it. Well, that's not the case here. I created standalone HTML files where you can just deliver that like any other file. So I mean, if you've got Gmail and you do an attachment, you can attach this and send it to your customer or your client or your team, and when they get it, they put it on their computer just like this, and as soon as they double click it, it just opens up in their default web browser, and now they can start doing what they want to do with it. And you can deliver it any way you want. You can even zip it up. So I use 7-zip, so I can right click and go 7-zip in feed report.zip, and you just create a zip. Now if you don't know what 7-zip is, I'll just quickly show you. If you go to 7-zip.org.com. It's a free software. You can just download it right here for Windows. If you've got 64-bit or 32-bit, just go ahead and download and install it. And then when you right-click anything on your computer, you'll have this 7-zip option here, and you can add it to an archive, or you can even extract zip files. So I'd like 7-zip. It's free. It's always been free. It's easy to use. But obviously people use WinZip, or another one is WinRAR, I believe. But that's how you can deliver those files. And same with the boards as well as the people. You can, same thing, save project files and save to Commodore Limited, and also export the interactive files for both of those modules. They're all a little bit different. So it's pretty self-explanatory, but I just wanted to quickly do a little overview of how to do it, just in case you can't find it. In the Browse and Scrape, you also have this here where you have to manually enter in your pin links to extract, and you do have this file button here to work with stuff in here. So you can save the pins to a text file. You can actually import pins from another text file, or even import pins from a previously saved project file. So that's pretty cool too. So that's a quick overview of how to save and load files to the software. We'll see you in the next video.